Hi again, everybody. Rob Kennedy from the Hoop Group, and once again we're talking recruiting. This is a really good time now that the spring is winding down. We're past Memorial Day, getting to the beginning of June, to make sure, as far as your recruiting is concerned, that we take an academic assessment for where you're at. It's really important before you get out of this school year to make sure that you meet with your guidance counselor and really have a good idea for where you are. Obviously, for those players that are juniors right now, you're going to be seniors next year, really important that you make sure that you've got everything buttoned up as far as your core classes are concerned, to make sure at first that you've got your NCAA eligibility to where you've got no issues. So you've got to make sure before you get to next fall that you've got the right schedule for you set up. But not just for people that are going to be seniors, it's also for underclassmen as well, making sure that you're on the proper track to make sure you've got your 4 English, your 4 math, all that kind of stuff. Remember, we've got increased eligibility standards from the NCAA now, so it's really important that you clean everything up as a freshman, sophomore, and junior as well, so that you don't put yourself behind the 8 ball. So make sure that you meet with your guidance counselor and that you get a good assessment of where you're at, and you make sure that you're in all the classes that you need to be in for not just NCAA eligibility, but as well for college admissions. Remember, especially even more and more now, colleges are looking at how do you challenge yourself with your schedule. You want to make sure that if you've got the ability and your school offers AP classes and you're a good student, that you've got yourself in the right AP courses and that you're challenging yourself academically. Because schools aren't just looking at GPA, they're looking at your GPA relative to what classes you're taking. All right? As well, are you set up for all of your tests that you're going to take? Okay? Are there subject SAT tests that you need to take? Certain schools require, a lot don't. Are you set up for your SAT? Or are you taking the ACT? Have you done both and found that you're scoring better in one test over the other? You've got to make sure that all that's set up. As well with your tests, are you doing something to help yourself with test prep? Are you in a situation where either through school or supplemental that you're giving yourself the best opportunity within the means that you have to be able to score as high as you can on those standardized tests? All right? So it's really important that we take stock in all of that. And then once we do, make sure we're all set and ready to go for next year's schedule. Make sure that I'm signed up if you've got tests coming up in in June. Am I also preparing for what tests I'm going to take in the fall? All right, which SAT and ACT dates that I've got. And as well, where am I at so far? What's my overall GPA? What have my test scores been? Do I have a posted test score so far? And based off of those two things, start coming up with a list of obviously safe schools, solid schools, and schools that are going to be reaches, right? So you, your parents, your guidance counselor, starting to now look at things from an academic standpoint of what schools you're going to be able to get into the mix with you. And then we'll start talking about the next couple of weeks about the basketball side, all right? So again, as we get ourselves into the beginning of June, academic assessment, know where we are, make sure everything's on the right track so we give ourselves the best opportunity to get into the best schools and the schools that we're looking at the most. All right? Again, if you've got any questions, comments, please feel free to email me at robk@hoopgroup.com.